Merry meet everyone. Sorry for the blurb at the beginning. But this is Houston, and I wanted to go over a topic that someone posted on my channel, and I thought it'd be really interesting to talk about. I don't know how long this video is going to go, because I'm just actually coming up with thoughts and stuff, so for the topic. Sorry for that. But the topic that one of my subscribers, I can't pronounce the name, or I don't remember the name, and I will put a link to the video below in which she commented on. But she asked, what would I be doing, what would I be reading, what would my thoughts and morals be if I wasn't pagan? What would I be doing if I wasn't a pagan? Which, to an extent, I can't think, I can't believe, or I can't even imagine what my life would be if I wasn't a pagan, or if I wasn't a practitioner of, the old ways, I guess you could say. Because in high school, I was always the one who was called the hippie. A tree-hugging hippie. I was, my nickname in high school, or my nickname, which I have on my Facebook. If you know, my Facebook tagline is Woodwind Hippie. I have that engraved in my band championship ring. The morals, I believe that, I don't know, I guess I would have studied more into the Bible if it was appealing, which I don't know if it was appealing or not, if it could have been appealing or not, because that's a really difficult question. But I would say I would have dived deeper into the Bible, researched that, or I would have gone completely opposite. I would have, well, not really completely opposite. I probably would have dived deeper into video games to an extent, because that was my escape before I found paganism. Video games and music. Art in general has always fascinated me. Art, literature, video games, music, those things. And those things to an extent are none of the norm, I guess you could say, normal society. I never saw myself, and I don't ever want to see myself sitting in a 9-to-5 job, reading boring, well, I'm not a big fan of romance novels, so reading, things that I wouldn't really consider, interesting. I was a huge fan of science fiction. I was a huge, huge fan of science fiction. I was a huge fan of fantasy movies, fantasy novels, even before I found paganism. So I think I would still be the same way. I would probably be, it probably would have found, the pagan path probably would have found me later in life if I didn't find it, when I did. I think this was the right path for me. But at the same time, I can't imagine, sorry, I'm trying to get my arm comfortable. So I'm holding my phone up. I can't really imagine what my life would be like if I just didn't find paganism, I really wouldn't. It's really unknown to me, because I think this is what's meant for me. You have that feeling that you're in the right place at the right time, or in the right path, and your life is falling, into place. Well, I know one thing that probably would have happened. I probably would have, it probably would have been a lot more stressful. I don't know what type of job I would have been doing. I mean, any job now is great, but I don't ever think, even if I didn't find it, I wouldn't have found a 9-to-5 job. That's just not me. I'd be extremely repressed, I feel, because I think paganism and the spirituality and everything just allows me to express myself, either in artistic form or in just express myself verbally. I think I would still be in the closet as a gay man, because the views from a backwoods Lutheran church are a lot different than what I feel now and what just what I was raised up in. I'm not saying that. Hold on, plane. I'm not saying that that all churches are like that, because they're not. I mean, there are some great churches that are that teach acceptance of whatever you believe in, what your sexuality is, what your gender is. It doesn't really matter, and it's all over Facebook, all over the internet. You know, there are churches out there, and there are those that actually go back to the lessons of love and acceptance and non-judging of others. But there are, you know, the ones that are closed-minded from a small town that don't really teach that. And I'm not saying that my church was like that. My church was kind of in the middle ground, and I do go back to church, you know, with my family, and it's nice. It's I may not believe in the teachings, but I do believe that the stories that or the gospels or whatever they say were a legend or a myth. You know what all myths and legends were real at one time, and they were recorded. And I don't know where I'm going with this, but they were to them it was, that's who they believe in. I don't know. If I wasn't a pagan, truthfully, I don't know where I would be. Well, I may not be living the life that I am today, you know. I don't know. I wouldn't be with the amazing guy I'm with now. I wouldn't be happy, you know. I don't know. I really don't know. But with this, I actually pose a tag for everyone. I would like to hear everyone's thoughts and their feelings about what you would be, where would you be in your life, or how you would act if you weren't, or if you weren't a pagan, or if the pagan path didn't choose you. Where would you be? Where would you work? How would that affect you? You know, because the pagan path has affected everyone in different ways, and we've grown from it. Would you still have been able to grow spiritually through whatever path that you chose before? I'd like to hear from you guys. I would like to know what are all your opinions on it. So who's ever watching this video, I tag you, and I'll type up some questions down below that you can answer. Just some thought-provoking questions. What if you weren't pagan? You know? And like I said before, I can't. I can't wrap my mind around it, what my life would be if I wasn't a pagan. You know, where would I be and all that. I just can't wrap my mind around it, because I don't know. I like to hear, like I said, I like to hear from you guys. So if you're watching this video, tag it. I look forward to hearing your responses. I hope you guys have a great day. I think this will be the last video for today that I post. Many blessings.